Together with Earle Sports Bets, yeah, the twins, they be checking in, stacking up. Green is the scene that you're stepping in. Winning is a trend, and we stay making dollars. Nerd talk with the sports bet scholars. Yeah, R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies. R.I.P. to the bookies.
We are live. Welcome back to another edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. My name is Nicholas. I'm joined here as always by my brother Tim, and today we have NHL and we have NLCS game 2 to go over. So we got an okay amount of games, so we're not going to waste too much time here. Quick recap of yesterday. Slightly profitable for me, up half a unit, which is sad because I did hit a plus 282, and I still finished negative in hockey yesterday somehow, which is great. Went 2-2 in baseball. Astros first 5, Astros full game losers, but Phillies first 5, Phillies full game -1/2, -1 was winners. So as soon as I want to give up baseball, the Phillies bring me back in. NHL went 2-4. Lost with the Devils -1. The Flames team total over, full game over. That was 2-2 heading into the third period. I couldn't get both teams to score in the third. The over 6.5 in New York, Arizona was terrible. But I got the Chicago team total over 2.5 in the money line at plus 282. So that was nice to see a big plus money winner there, which kind of salvaged that day a little bit, going 2-4, but only down 0.62 units because of that. And then the NFL was a perfect 2-0. First half under, full game under. I also hit my teaser as well. So that was nice as well. But 2-0 up 1.4 units there in the NFL. Overall finished up about half a unit, so can't complain.
There you go. Yesterday up on the site, we had 3 plays. The Rangers game did not get over, but that was our only loser. We had the under in the Monday Night Football game, which looked ugly in the first quarter and then went perfectly the rest of the game. I also personally had the Dallas Cowboys as a contest pick, so that was nice to see them come out on top there. I know you hate the Cowboys, but hey, I'm happy. And then you put up the Blackhawks, plus 292. Nice winner there for you. Personally, in hockey yesterday, I went 2-2, and I broke even. Rangers puck line. How did they not score an empty netter? Unbelievable. Devils puck line didn't even come close. I should have stuck with the over. What was the final score of that game, Nick?
4-3.
I would have pushed it anyway. I wanted on balling out, but I pushed it. I would have pushed it in the morning. I did get the Capitals. Unfortunately, I got it at -105, so it ended up being a regular one. And I got the Red Wings in a blowout. So my winners were minus money. My losers were plus money. 2-2, breaking even. My card's going to look interesting today, Nick, because I have some team totals. And I actually really like one of my plays today. But or I think it's an interesting play, so I'm going to try it out. But I'm ready for some hockey. Let's do this.
All right, then let's get right into it. We don't have a chat. We don't have anything in the chat, so let's get right into this here. We have the Vancouver Canucks taking on the Philadelphia Flyers, and this line move makes me wish I bet it last night. I still might get involved with it, but we have this line. Let me get up my hockey numbers here. It wants to load. There we go. We have this line opened up at a -137. It got up to a 145 last night. It's now down to a 126. Line opened up at a 6.5. It's down to a 6. So it's a move towards the under. It's a move towards the Flyers in this spot here, which I kind of anticipated. And I don't know why I didn't bet it last night. Let's take a look at where the cash flow is in this game. 73% of the tickets and 67% of the cash is on the Canucks, and the lines move towards the Flyers. So I think that's a kind of a telling sign there. 55% of the tickets are on the over, no cash flow on the over, but the line's gone from a 6.5 down to a 6. The Flyers are coming in off of their first loss of the season. They lost to the Ottawa Senators on, I believe, Sunday morning. No, it was Saturday. It was Saturday morning. And then the Vancouver Canucks are coming in off of back-to-back wins against the Edmonton Oilers, and now they have to travel from west to east, which is not the greatest of travel situations here in the spot. I'm going to go ahead and make the move on it. I know the line's moved against me, but I feel like this is still – I think this line's very telling. So I'm going to grab some Flyers here at plus 112.
That's fine. We could probably still win. I like the Canucks in this one. You see what they did the first two games. That was against Edmonton. They won 8-1 and 4-3. I took the Vancouver Canucks over 3.5 goals. They scored both of that in the first two games. Now they go up against the Flyers, who arguably have a lot worse of a defensive core and a lot worse goaltending. Although you look at
what? And then Edmonton goaltending? No.
Carter,
no.
I don't trust Carter Hart.
I trust him more than whatever the Oilers call goaltending.
That's fine. I still don't trust Carter Hart. Last game, not up 5 goals to the Ottawa Senators. He did have a good game against Columbus, only giving up 2 goals, but that's Columbus. You should be able to slow down Columbus. I don't know who doesn't. Igor. I think that you're going to see some goals scored in this game. I could easily see this one being a 5-4 type of game, back and forth game. You can get your Flyers. I just think there's 4 goals scored on the side of the Vancouver Canucks. I grabbed their team total over 3.5 at even money. Plus 105. So sign me up for some Vancouver Canucks in this one, Nick.
There you go. Back to the chat.
By the way, have you looked at my card at all?
I've not.
Good. Don't look at it. I want to surprise you with the next one. Read this one out, Nick.
Yo.
All right, he had a good night. Cool. Lean Flyers.
Yep.
Last night had Panthers. Yeah, I did not have Panthers. Rangers and Flames, all in reg. Phillies and Cowgirls. Well, you got the first two. The Flames did not hit. I had the Capitals. That was nice. Phillies, nice winner. And Cowgirls, yo. I doubt they go on a 3-game win streak. I like this Vancouver Canucks team. I will say I like them. So I'm on them. Tonight I'm on the Flyers, Coyotes, and Oilers. I am semi on the Coyotes. I am on the Oilers. Wild and Reg, Avalanche and Reg. I could see the Wild. But I'm going to approach the Wild a different way. Flame loss. Yes, they did. Let's head to this Wild game, Nick.
Yeah. I hope Terry isn't listening for this game, but okay. We have the Minnesota Wild taking on the Montreal Canadiens. We have the Wild as minus 140 road favorites, total of 6 in this game. As you guys may know, I'm really high on this Montreal team heading into the year. This line opened up at 150. It's down to a 138. So it's been a move towards these Habs. And the line opened up at a 6.5 at minus 106. It's down to a 6 at minus 112. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. We have 53% of the tickets and 38% of the cash is on the Canadiens in this spot. And the lines move towards them here in this one. The Canadiens are 1-0-1 to start the year. And I kind of like the way they've left. They beat the Blackhawks, which isn't that huge of a win, but they forced Toronto to a shootout. They controlled that game against Toronto. I don't know if they were the better team, but they had the lead late in that game. And we could have been looking at the 2-0 Montreal Canadiens right now. And I think they get the job done in this game. I think the line movement tells me a little bit here in this spot. I'm on the Canadiens plus 123 in this game. I really like my Habs, and I think that this is a team that could be bet on, especially at the home dog. If you guys like props, look at Cole Caulfield. We like scoring at home, so I'll lean that way. But I'm on the Habitones plus 123.
Do we have goaltenders for this game yet?
Huh?
Do we have goaltenders?
I do not think so.
All right, that's fine. I think it's most likely going to be Marc-Andre Fleury, though, in net for the Wild, because I believe they have a back-to-back. No, they don't. but I heard that he might be starting because whatever in Montreal. Anyways, we got Minnesota coming off of whatever the hell happened to them against the Toronto Maple Leafs. Gustafsson kind of a really, really rough game for him. 7 goals allowed in that one. Even if it's either Gus or Marc-Andre Fleury, I think both of them are in very good spots in this one against the Habs. And I'm not going to touch the full game. So I actually took a little bit of an interesting side in this one, Nick. I took the Montreal Canadiens team total under a half a goal for them to get shut out in the first period at plus 140. I think either goaltender for the Wild has a really, really good start to the game, and then they could score later on in the game for all I care. I'm just going to get in, get out. I'm going to take the first period Montreal Canadiens team total under a half, and that's plus 140. I'm going to ride with that today. I'm going to try something new. You're going to notice my card's a little bit funky. I'm going to try something new today. Let's see how it works out.
All right, let's see how you do today. There you go. Back to the chat.
Man, I was stuck on this game last night for at least 30 minutes. There's no way Canadiens win back-to-back games. Maybe I'll take the Wild and Reg back. Coyotes is my favorite play. We'll talk about the Coyotes in a minute. I have an interesting approach to that one too. Lean Wild, maybe. That's fair. Do you guys like the over? I don't really like the over in that Wild game now. Because the one thing I wanted to look at is I think the Wild play a little bit more defense. So I'm going to take – I would lean towards an under, but I'm not touching a total. Good vibes. Yes, Nicholas, good vibes. And we have to let's talk about this game, Nick.
Yeah, I got a really good number on this game. I'm very happy with what I got with this one. So let's get into it. The New York Islanders are hosting the Arizona Coyotes. Minus 190 for the Isles. Total 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot. This line opened up at a 205. And then it reopened because last night Arizona did play. So it reopened at a minus 187. And since then, it's moved up a cent since it reopened last night. But if you look since the opening line yesterday morning, it was minus 205, and now it's minus 188. The line opened up at a minus 123 for the over, and now it's a minus 123 for the under. It reopened up at minus 114 to the under. I bet it yesterday before the game started. I got plus 107 for the under. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this game. 90% of the tickets, 67% of the cash is on this under. The line has definitely moved towards it. 40% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Islanders here in this spot. And I mean, I have really no interest in the side. I don't know if I don't trust laying a puck line with the Islanders. I think they win this game. And maybe if you like the Yotes, what is it? I think actually I tried to mention this last night during my free pick video and it is overpriced. No, I'm not laying 153 with the Yotes on the puck line, plus 1.5. But I see this as an overtime game. 1-1, 2-2, and extra time. Lean in that direction. I expect a low-scoring, drag-it-out type of Islander hockey game. If you want to get involved, that's kind of interesting. That's plus money. First period under 1.5 as well. But I got a under 6 at plus 107. It's now minus 123. So don't know if I can 100% recommend playing that. But I definitely do like this game to be a low-scoring type of grind-out game.
I agree. I think it is going to be a low-scoring game. But I will mention that the Coyotes did save what's his face for the Islanders. They played Ingram last night, and now it's Vejmelka tonight. So I do think that's going to really help out. Although Ingram looked good last night. Ingram looked good.
Yeah.
Only allowing
Ranger bad.
Yeah. I ruined my Ranger bet. But he looked good last night. But Vejmelka will be starting tonight. I think there's value in this Coyotes team. but I'm not going to touch them to win the game or anything. I took the Islanders team total under 3.5. I just don't see this one getting to be a high-scoring game. I could easily see this one being a 1-1 or 2-2 overtime game. Maybe a draw in this game could be interesting as well. I'm not going to be betting draws, but I could definitely see this one being an overtime game. Although if you are interested in the Islanders, here's the only way I would approach it. First period. First period would be the only way I would approach it, just because. Actually, no.
It's the first period puck line would be plus 140.
Okay. Just because I think this one's going to get dragged towards the end. I like the Islanders team total under 3.5. It's minus 120.
There you go.
Back to the chat. Damn, I got Islanders and Reg last night minus 120.
Well, it wouldn't surprise me to see it finish 2-1, 3-2 in Reg at all.
Still there. Coyotes for sure. All right, Joe.
Free money.
I don't hate the Coyotes look.
I think he just hates the Islanders.
Yeah, I know. Let's head to this game, Nick.
Yeah, this is my favorite game of the day.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and it is on your Buffalo Sabres. We have the Sabres opening up at 115. They're still actually at a 115, so there's been really no line movement there. It opened up at a 6.5. It's up to a 7 in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one. 50% of the tickets, 72% of the cash is on these Sabres. 86% of the tickets are on the over. Line has gone from a 6.5 to a 7. Now, I know you're looking at this game and you really want nothing to do with your Sabres. And I'm going to tell you, don't think that way right now. This Sabres team has scored 3 goals in their first 2 games. I get it. Their offense has not looked the greatest. They've played Igor Shesterkin and Ilya Sorokin.
Yeah, but Igor Shesterkin just let up 5 goals to Columbus.
Yeah. For me in this game, I had 3 separate bets on this one. This is the one that I was waiting for last night to be released so I can go ahead and bet it. When you look at Tampa Bay, defensively, they've been terrible this year. They gave up 3 goals against Nashville, and that's very flattering for the way they played that game. And then they gave up 6 against Detroit and 5 against Ottawa. This team is a dead nuts over team, this Lightning team. And this Buffalo Sabres team, this is the game they break through offensively. Jonas Johansson's a massive step down from Sorokin and Shesterkin for this matchup here. Imagine if Vassy was healthy and the Sabres had the opening year with Shesterkin, Sorokin, and Vasilevsky as the first 3 games they play.
The NHL doesn't like the Sabres, confirmed.
Yeah. But with that being said, give me the Buffalo Sabres minus 115. Give me the Sabres team total over 3.5 and the full game over 7. I think this is a 5-3, 6-3 Sabres win. I think the Sabres have a offensive outbreak today. And this is the perfect spot to do it. So I'm all over the Sabres today.
Yeah, you know I'm a sucker. I'm going to bet them every single day. It is what it is. The Sabres will always be on my card. I took their money line, minus 105 last night. Or I was able to get 105 on another book. So that's how I do. I like the Sabres. I'm gonna back them every game. I think they're gonna be a profitable team. They go up against 2 New York. Dude, they got a freaking hell's road for freaking games to start the year. New York, Tampa, Calgary, back to the Islanders, Montreal, Ottawa, New Jersey, Colorado. That's just end October.
Yeah.
And then we get 2 semi-easy games with back-to-back against Philly. And then we go back on another hell's road with Toronto, Carolina, which I'll be at the Carolina game, Minnesota, Pittsburgh, Boston, Winnipeg. Holy crap, what a freaking schedule to start the year, which means we should get our cupcakes towards the end of the year. So
I was going to say, this is why I said coming into the season that Buffalo is going to struggle to start the year.
Yeah.
But then pick it up.
I don't like you being right about that crap, Nick. Stop it. I hate.
And you don't want me being right about them still making the playoffs?
Okay, that's fine, but I don't like you being right about them struggling in the beginning of the year. I want this team to just be fun. I don't want to. Yeah. I think it's a great spot for who? The Coyotes on a second leg of back-to-back?
Not really.
Sabres and Reg. Freaking reverse it. Let's go Sabres puck line. Islanders puck line. And Fernando hates me. That's how I'm translating it. It says lean Lightning or lean I hate Tim. Okay. Sounds good. Let's head to this game, Nick, which I actually like this game too.
Yeah, this line movement is a little concerning to me, but it is what it is. We have the Nashville Predators. They're hosting the Edmonton Oilers. Oilers minus 145 favorites with a total of 6.5 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history in this spot where we have this line open up at a 146. It's down to a 145. So a 1 cent line movement towards Nashville in this game. Line opened up at a 6.5 minus 120. It did go up to a minus 130. Of course, that's when I bet it. And then it dropped back down to a 120. So I bet this at the absolute worst time. We have 83% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the over in this game. And the line's not really reflecting that. Yikes. And then 97% of the tickets is on the Oilers in this game. The lines are really not moving here in this spot. That's kind of concerning if you're an Oilers backer. I took the over 6.5 because I don't trust the Oilers defense, really. And the Oilers, here's the thing, though. When you look at their advanced numbers, they aren't giving up many opportunities. Their first game against Vancouver, they only gave up 2.01 expected goals. Their goaltending sucks. That's just a pretty plain and simple truth behind it, is their goaltending is a massive, massive problem. In their first game, they only gave up 3.86 expected goals and gave up 8 goals. Like this goaltending is terrible. It's not their defense, it's their goaltending. And maybe it improves. I would lean, and of course they juicing that to minus 170. I was going to say I lean Nashville team total, but 2.5 to minus 170. So I'm not betting that. So I would lean. I have the over bet in this one, and that's my play for this one. Is the over.
I'm going to go on the opposite side, Nick. I'm going to take Edmonton's team total over. They finally get away from having to play Vancouver, which for whatever reason have their number. Nashville hasn't been terrible this year, but I feel like Edmonton Oilers are able to get at least 3 off of them. This is a Nashville team that led up 5 to Tampa Bay. I think Edmonton has a better offense than Tampa Bay. They shut out Seattle. I don't think Seattle is all that good. And they led up 3 to Boston. Well, Boston's a little bit hamstrung right now. So I think Edmonton gets the goals that they need. And I will be on the Oilers team total over 3.5. That is a minus 110 that I got it at. I think they score tonight. I would have gone after the puck line, but I don't trust them puck line enough. This game could easily be 5-4 in overtime. Maybe how about a draw for this game? That could be interesting. But I do like the Oilers. I took their team total 3.5 minus 110. Nick.
Yeah, I don't hate that. Is it really only minus 110 for that 3.5? That doesn't seem right.
That's what I got last night.
115. Yeah, it's 115. Yeah, that's about right.
I
Interesting.
The way that I did it, because I bet them back with balling out last night. So I got it at minus 110, just like one of the other ones I got, where I got minus 125 when it's like minus 140 now for Carolina.
Yeah.
But yes, I got minus 110 for that game, for that bet.
I like it.
Chetnik?
Yeah. Fernando says over 6.5. Yeah. Lean Oilers and Reg. I could see that. I would lean Oilers, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nashville wins. Yeah. I should take it easy on the regulation plays. If you like regulation, just take the minus 1, and it gives you an opportunity to push in overtime. Puck line.
Grow a set of nuts and bet the puck line.
There you go. This is a game that probably is going to be entertaining to watch. I don't know if I'm going to have a bet in it, though. We have the LA Kings and the Nashville Predators in this one here. The LA Kings and the Winnipeg Jets. I'm still reading the last game. minus 130 for the Jets, total 6.5 in this one. Line opened up at a 133. It's down to a 130, so a small move towards LA. And we have 6.5 total open up at 6.5 plus 107. It's 6.5 plus 105. So a small move towards the over and a small move towards the Kings in this one. Looks like sharp money coming in on these Kings. 29% of the tickets, 66% of the cash is on LA. 82% of the tickets, 51% of the cash is on the over in this game, and the lines move slightly towards said over. The Kings are one of, I think, 5 teams in the NHL that have yet to win a game. They are coming in off of a game where they made a nice little comeback against the Hurricanes to at least salvage a point in that game. And on the other side, we have Winnipeg, who are coming off of a 6-4 win. Both these teams for the total in both their games. They've both been high scoring. And I guess it makes sense. Well, actually, it makes sense for LA more than it makes sense for Winnipeg, in my opinion, because Winnipeg actually has, goaltending. And LA, they have the elite forward group, but they do not have goaltending. Now, this will be LA's first road game as well. And I think that's going to come in handy for them here. I like LA a little bit in this game at plus 116. That'd be my lean at the moment. I think that they get their road game started off well with a win here in Winnipeg. So I lean the plus 116. I might move on it after the show. I don't think I'm going to move on it right now, but it would be Kings or nothing for me.
With a lot of unders yesterday, I went with a lot of overs today. I'm on the over. These are going to be 2 teams that have been playing very well offensively and are not defensive juggernauts that I'm worried about. You got the LA Kings, who have one of the worst goalie tangents in hockey, and they've lost 5-2 and 6-5. And that was against Colorado and Carolina. I think you can make an argument saying that this Jets offense is pretty close to those 2 right now, I should say. And on the opposite side, after he got his big contract, Connor Hellebuyck hasn't looked good, Nick. Allowing 5 goals to Calgary and 4 goals to a beat-up Florida team. Both of their games have gone over. These are 2 offensive teams. This game could easily be 3-3 in the middle of the second. I would take alternative overs in this game. I think this game scores 9 to 10 goals. And I would take, is there a prop, Nick, for highest scoring game of the day?
Probably on something like DraftKings, maybe.
I would take this game as the highest scoring game of the day. Just 2 bad, not bad goaltending for the Jets, but Connor Hellebuyck hasn't been good. 4.5 goals allowed per game is not good. I took the over 6.5 as my bet in this one. I would take either team total over as well.
I think the highest scoring game of the day takes place in takes place in Buffalo, personally. But if you want to go big, I can give you an alternative line here on Bovada over 8.5 goals at plus 340.
There you go. I'm not going to personally have it on my card, but I kind of like this game to be one of the highest scoring games of the day. Gotcha.
Back to chat. Yes, sir. What's good, Justin? Hello. It's tax pot of the day. Trey Turner over 1.5 bases. I like it. Dallas Stars under 6 is your only hockey bet. That's down to a 5.5. So good look there. Kings play better on the road. At home, the Canadian players are spending too much time in Lange. Yeah. Lean over. Again, I don't cap hockey. I watch odds move and cap to capper according to my analysis on the odds move. There you go. I lean Stars, but wouldn't be surprised if VGK wins. That's a tricky game. That may be an entertaining game. I think that's an entertaining game to watch, but not bet. Let's get into it here. Colorado Avalanche are at the Seattle Kraken. The Avalanche minus 145 favorites, total 6.5 in this game. I believe this is the Kraken's. This isn't the Kraken home opener, is it? Did they start the year on the road? Yeah. Yep. This is their first home. This is their first home game, and this is Colorado's first road game. Nope, this is Colorado's third road game. I apologize. Colorado has done nothing but play on the road. This line opened up at 133. It's up to a 147. And the line opened up at a 6.5 plus 107. It's up to a 6.5 plus 109. Let's take a look at the line hit the cash flow in this game. We have 47% of the tickets and 78% of the cash is on the Avalanche, and the lines moved accordingly. 73% of the tickets, 95% of the cash is on the over. The lines moved slightly towards said over in this game. And looking at this spot for me, maybe I'm drawing conclusions too quick, but I feel like I was wrong about the Kraken in this game for this season so far. They're 0-2-1 to start the year. I have bet against them the last 2 games because I took I didn't take St. Louis last game, but I took the Preds the game before, and I took I had the Kraken game 1. I loved the Kraken game 1, and they didn't get the job done. And then we get this Colorado Avalanche team where if you look at what they did in their last game, that game should have been an absolute blowout, but all of a sudden Mackenzie Blackwood turned into the next Patrick Waugh, and that's how this game made it to overtime. The Avalanche had 5.54 expected goals and won 2-1 in a shootout. I don't think that happens again. I think that they absolutely explode in this game offensively, and they're giving me this at even money. I'm definitely adding this. Avalanche team total over 3.5, even money, because I'm already on the Avalanche -1 as well. I think that the Avalanche break through offensively here in this spot, and they win something along the lines of 5-2. So I'm on the over, or the team total over for Colorado. I don't really trust the Kraken right now, so there. But I'm on the team total over at even money, and at 3.5, and I'm on the Avalanche -1.
I will say this is the one game I didn't touch. I just not. I mean, no, I'm not. I'm not as high on the Kraken. I know when I did my power rankings, I had them probably a little bit too high. I think I had them in the top 10 though. So that's kind of concerning. They will definitely not be there. They will definitely not be there come next power rankings. What did I have them at? Let's see. Screenshots. Wow, I had them all the way up at number 9. Yeah, they'll drop to the mid-teens. I don't think this team's going to be that good this year. Colorado is still a cup contender for me. They are still, in my opinion, either the second or third best team in the West. And the best team we'll be talking about in the last game of the day. So, or at least I think that's our last game of the day. Yeah, we'll be talking about the best team in the West in the last game of the day. I passed on this game. It's the only one I didn't really touch. It would be a lean towards Colorado, but could I see Seattle get their first win today? Probably. I could see both. So I didn't really have any plays, like any situational spots. Avalanche coming off of a 2-1 win in a shootout against the Sharks. Seattle coming off of a shootout loss against St. Louis. I will say maybe Seattle team total under because they've scored 2 goals in 3 games, but I'm not really interested in going after this game.
Fair enough. Back to the chat. I'm kind of looking at this next game real quick. I'm interested in it.
What's up, y'all? What's up, Saptia? Can't stand hockey, but good luck, all. Good luck to you, Markel. Here, fine. Avalanche -2.5. Big enough. Balls big enough for you, Tim? Yes. That's some big fat nuts and a long schlong. Good work. Let's go to this game, Nick.
Yeah, we have the San Jose Sharks and the Carolina Hurricanes in this one here. The Canes -305 is hilarious. Total of 6 in this game. Let's take a look at the line history. It opened up at a 290. It's up to a 305. And the line opened up at a 6 at -115. It's up to a 6 at -123 in this game. Carolina has gone over in all 3 games so far this season. San Jose has gone under in all 3 games this season, but that last game should have gone over. I know it only finished 2-1, but jeez, did the Avalanche have chances there in that game. And I do like the over in this spot. I think that Carolina will get theirs. And I think that actually that team total over 2.5 at +115 is very live for San Jose in this spot. And I'm kind of interested. I'm not kind of interested. I'm going to take it. I'm going to take this I know you're on the other side. I'm going to flip the script on you here. I'm going to take the Sharks team total over 2.5. at plus 115. And I'm going to take the full game over 6 at minus 123. All the tickets coming in on the under, but yet the line's moving towards the over. I think San Jose gets theirs a little bit here, and this game goes over the total. So I'm on San Jose over 2.5 at plus 115, and I'm on the over 6 in this one.
Hey, I mentioned it in our hockey group chat because I know one person said, careful with the Canes today. Only have covered at the Shark Tank twice since 2000. So I said, that's fine. Let's go 4-3 Canes in overtime. That would get you your team total over. That would get you your over. And that would give me my team total over Carolina 3.5 minus 125. What was the last thing we saw from this Carolina Hurricanes team, Nick?
Yeah.
Ugly game, 6-3 against Anaheim. So even a game they lost, they scored 3 goals, so they would have came close to their team total. The 2 games they won, 6-5 in a shootout, and 5-3 against Ottawa. I think the Sharks have even worse goaltending than all 3 of those teams. Although I am a lot higher on the Sharks than I am on the Ducks. But I'm not taking the Sharks in this game. If the Canes won against the Ducks, maybe I could have looked towards the Sharks in this one. But after an ugly loss, even though this is going to be their 3rd game in 4 days, I think Carolina comes out pissed. I could easily see them being up 2-1 or 3-1 at the end of the first period. I have this one. How about an overtime game? How about a draw between these 2 teams, Nick? That could be fun. I like the Canes team total over though in this one.
The way you described it sounds like you like the Hurricanes' first period puck line.
Well, I can see them coming out pissed, but yeah. I just like them to score because even if I like them to score goals tonight, I think that's the safest play for me in this one.
Fair enough.
Oh, there is 7s in that game. Sheesh. Sabres game is a total of 7 now.
Yep, it does. I got the 7 with them, with that over.
My one parlay of the day: Wild and Reg, Canucks, and the over in the Tampa Bay game at plus 500. I like that. Laughing. Over. Yeah, I like the over. Kane spread. I would much prefer the team total over because I could easily see this game being 4-3 in overtime or 5-4 in overtime, something of that nature. So be careful with the Kane spread. Plus, the Canes have only covered twice the puck line in San Jose since 2000. So be careful with that one. All right, Nick. Let's talk about the best team in the West.
Yeah, the Vegas Golden Knights taking on the Dallas Stars. Yes. No. This line, wow. This line, there's no way this line opened up at a 145, did it? It opened up at a 145, and about 11 minutes later, it was down to a 121. So the Bucks immediately adjust themselves since that massive line move. It went from 121 to 104. So money is just continuing to flow in on Dallas here in this spot. Total opened up at a 6. It's down to a 5.5 in this spot. Let's take a look at the cash flow. 75% of the tickets, 85% of the cash is on the under. That makes sense to me. 69% of the tickets and 95% of the cash is on the Dallas Stars in this game. So a lot of people love the Dallas Stars in this one. I understand why we think maybe the Vegas Golden Knights are in a vulnerable situation right now. Granted, they're 3-0 to start the year, which doesn't sound very vulnerable, but they've played Seattle, San Jose, and Anaheim. And one thing I am worried about them is they're missing now 3 of their top defensemen. Whitecloud and Martinez haven't played a game yet this season, and now Pietrangelo is day-to-day. So this is a game for me where I'll watch it. This is going to be an entertaining game. These are 2 of the best teams in the West. I wouldn't mind Dallas in this spot a little bit. I'm just not in the business of trying to fade Vegas, especially at a minus price tag. So this is just going to be a stay off spot for me. Pass.
I will be grabbing the best team in the West in terms of where I'm kicking stuff. In terms of my power rankings and where I think teams are going to be, I think the best team in the West is the Dallas Stars. I think at the end of the year, this could be the Western Conference Finals, but more like that. Yeah, because it would have to be either Dallas or Colorado coming out of that division. I think the Dallas Stars are the best team in the West. And I'm grabbing them I got a minus 105 in this game. Money lines. I'm just going to ride this team out. I know, yes, the Vegas Golden Knights are undefeated so far. Look at who they played.
Crap. Yeah, no, I understand. I made that reference. This is why I'm staying off of Vegas.
The Sharks and the Ducks. This is their best competition by far. They're not winning this game 4-1 like all the other 3 games. I like the Sharks to get done. Sharks have only played 1 game this year. Granted, it was a 2-1 overtime win versus the Blues. The Blues are going to be a scrappy team this year. Watch out for them. But
yes, I said that preseason. Yes.
But I like the Stars in this game. I took a minus 105 as my final play on the hockey card.
Sounds good. Back to the chat. We'll quickly touch on baseball and then head out.
Vegas is banged up. I like the Sharks.
They are.
Liberty Bibbity one more time tomorrow. I have no interest in going after the game anymore. In New York tomorrow, then finally go back to Vegas for the Aces to clinch. You really think it's going all 5? Okay. Good morning, gentlemen. Morning. Love the Blackhawks money line. Yeah. You were on the Blackhawks yesterday. You put it on the site too. That was nice. Under 6.5. There you go. And Nick, you make sure you put up your hockey plays later.
Yes, I will.
Final game of the day, Nick, and this one's in the MLB.
Yeah, this one's pretty simple for me. We had the Philadelphia Phillies and the Arizona Diamondbacks. Phillies minus 160 favorites, total of 7.5 in this game. Let me quickly move over from from baseball to from hockey to baseball. Where this line opened up at a minus 160 is 159, so it's not really moved. Total opened up at an 8. It's down to a 7.5. Let's take a look at the cash flow in this one here. And we have, 85% of the tickets, 83% of the cash is on the Phillies. That makes sense. 47% of the tickets, 52% of the cash is on the under. Lines move slightly towards the under here in this spot. I kind of do lean under in this game. I think Nola shuts them down in this spot. And for me, it's been pretty simple. And I went into this playoffs with this strategy and nothing but this strategy. Bet the Phillies. Just bet the Phillies every game and move on. I got the first 5 minus a half at minus 107. Full game minus 1 at minus 112. Pretty plain simple for me. I'm continuing to ring the bell during Red October. Give me the Phillies here.
Yeah. On the opposite side, though, Nick, you forgot to mention Merrill Kelly's pitching. And his last 7 starts, every start he pitched in, besides his 1 start on September 14th against the Mets, he allowed 2 earned runs or less. He has been really, really solid come this back stretch of the season, and I'm gonna ride the Arizona Diamondbacks until they die. I'm just gonna do it. This has been a team that's been very profitable for me in the postseason. I still think the Arizona Diamondbacks make the World Series. The series doesn't start until the home team loses the game. I think it goes back to Arizona 1-1. So let's go D-backs. Get the job done tonight. Merrill Kelly on the mound. D-backs plus 140.
Good luck. I hope you win.
Sabres Day, of course. I hope. I didn't have Blackhawks. Phillies plus 1.5. Sounds like a lock to me. Diamondbacks team total over 3.5 on my card. Get it. Joe, come on, man. It was a fade. Leafs at minus 300 yesterday.
Yeah.
I'll just do Nerfy and Philly money line parlay. Good luck. Dude, I know I was huge on Panthers last night. Hey, at least you got one big one. LL, I figured you probably had Panthers. Yep. I was about to live bet Blackhawks when the Leafs tied it, but I got distracted. Shame. Betting the Rangers every game this postseason. Yeah, the Rangers are not going to lose another game. They're just not. It sucks because I do not want to see Scherzer and DeGrom win a ring, especially DeGrom's first year after leaving the Mets. I really don't want to see him winning a ring, but
it's almost like he'd be the kid that gets the A on the group assignment and just sits back and does nothing.
Yep. But I will say tomorrow, Max Scherzer's pitching. Yeah, that is a smash spot.
Not only that, we get the Astros on the road with Christian Javier. The Astros are a dominant road team this year, and Javier, I believe, is undefeated as a dog. So
something like that. But that is everything for today. Okay. Yeah, what a non-sweat last night game. There you go. Recap time, Nick. Or sorry, not recap, but housekeeping. Social medias: YouTube, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. All of those linked down below. Make sure you guys are checking those out. If you guys are interested in becoming a member of the channel, $4.99 a month. I'll start posting my card because I post them on Twitter, but I'll post them up on the YouTube as well, just so anybody who doesn't follow me on Twitter doesn't have it. It's going to be up there as well. If you guys are interested in that, all of that stuff is linked. So there we go. For me, the Canucks team total over. Montreal team total under. First period under a half plus 140. Islanders team total under 3.5 minus 120. Sabres money line minus 105. Edmonton team total over 3.5 minus 110. The over 6.5 in the Winnipeg Jets game. The Carolina Hurricanes team total over 3.5 at minus 125. And the Dallas Stars money line at minus 105, along with the Snakes at plus 140. Nick, go ahead.
Yeah, I'm on the Flyers plus 112. Habs plus 123. Islanders and Coyotes under 6. Lightning and Sabres over 7. Sabres team total over 3.5. Sabres money line. Big on the Sabres tonight. Edmonton, Nashville over 6.5. Colorado minus 1 and team total over 3.5. San Jose Sharks team total over 2.5, and the Sharks Hurricanes over 6.
There you go. Couple of chats left. Damn, I was kind of looking Jags Thursday Night Football. The total too low for me now. Who do you call it? Maybe out.
Jags,
so Trevor Lawrence maybe out. So.
Yeah.
Rangers probably advanced just to get smashed by the Phillies. God, I hope to see neither of those teams in the World Series. Any home run prop after yesterday? Let's go Corbin Carroll.
Nick Castellanos.
That's all, folks. There you go. Under Minnesota and New York. I can see under in both of those games. Over in Nashville, yes. And over in Kings, yes. Great show. Appreciate it, Justin. Morning, Dad. How you doing? And, of course, anytime goal scorer, Mr. TNT, Tage Thompson, the guy on the back of my jersey. Let's get it. That's going to do it for this edition of the – hold on, one more. I hate leaving when I see new comments. Morning, fellas. Kelly, 5+ strikeouts, and Nola outs over 16.5. Get in where you fit in. Get it, Sharpie. I love to see it. That's going to do it for this edition of the Earle Sports Bet Show. We'll be back tomorrow. Good luck, guys.